Hey guys, how are you? I am here to do a couple really cool readings from the Tiger's Abyss. If you don't know Zach from the Tiger's Abyss, you gotta check him out. I'll link his channel below if I get a chance before I have to leave for this evening. The first time I met Zach, he responded to a VR that I put out there. I think it was for the right and left-handedness of the tarot, and he just beat the shit out of this tag, man. Just the way he was talking about this deck that I had never seen before. This was so early on in my YouTube thing where I didn't even realize that there was all these different kind of aspects and different kind of decks even. This is the truth, man. I swear to God, for 20 years I've used the same deck before I met all you guys. As you know, he was using a deck I had never seen before and just blew my mind. So when I saw my buddy Jennifer Ball from Jennifer Ball Spiritual Garage work on a couple different spreads from Zach from a Tiger's Abyss, he started a new thing. I think it's called, I'm just going to call it the Tiger's Bookshelf, I think is what it was. But it's the hashtag the Magician spread. And there's two different spreads. I don't know if I'm going to do both of them in this video or split them up. I don't know. I'm just so glad to be back from my extended vacation in South Carolina without getting swept away by the hurricanes. And so we're just going to do it. The first one here, I'm just going to call it hashtag Magician Spread. I believe that's what my buddy Jennifer Ball said that it was. And it's 5 simple cards. It's 5 simple cards, and it looks so cool. She did such a good reading with her deck. Never saw that deck before, by the way, so I can't wait to go back and revisit Jennifer's video. But it was, what is magic to you? How does it act in the world is 2. How do we find it? How do we use it? And how do we become magicians? All right, so I'll go through them again, but that's the first 5 cards of the first spread called the Magician Spread. Now, I haven't even been down to the office in 2 weeks, so I still have the Spirit Within Tarot from Stephen Bright that I did my last video sitting right over there, but it's just too damn hot over there to sit over there. It was so hot, guys. I missed a goddamn heat wave. Look what happened to my candle. Look at that. Look at that. It was hot, man. I was in South Carolina. I was getting updates, man, that I was just missing some heat. And I'm just so glad I did. I was hitting the humidity down there, but I missed the heat of Southern California. So here we go. This is the Magician Spread from the Tiger's Abyss. Something called, he's doing the Tiger's Bookshelf. I think he's going through the different books that he has on his bookshelf, obviously. I guess that would make sense. So the first position is, what is magic? You know, I just love all topics of, you know, what people consider magic, what people consider miracles, what people consider what can be done that blows other people's frickin' minds. So we're going to get how my higher self is connected to these cards to sort of tap into what I'm talking about whenever I talk about what is magic. Compliments of Stephen Bright from the Tarot Within Tarot. The Spirit Within Tarot. Okay, I almost lost half this deck. That's why I lost my train of thought. Don't even know if I'm going to do reversals yet. Don't know if I'm going to do the reversals yet. We're going to have to see how it just plays out. I'm still getting used to this deck as I'm still getting used to so many of my other decks. But here we go. What is magic? Card position number 1. Here we go. Let it do. Fantastic. Oh my God, I missed reading with you guys so much. Oh my goodness, look at that. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Well, you know, we love whenever the Ace of Cups comes straight up, right? We love whenever the Ace of Cups strums straight up. Whenever we are going to do reversals, just because we're going to throw in some twists and throw in some turns, man. What is magic? What is magic is whenever you look at the world around you, whenever other people are freaking out because they're looking at their cups completely empty, and then you look at the things in a way that you can reframe it correctly to just say, no, man, this is exactly the way it's supposed to be. The universe is perfect, man. Even if your intention is to make it better, it's still perfect the way that is. To me, that is magic. To Tattooed Spirit, that's what magic is, man. I love the reversed Ace of Cups for that. Second position, Mr. Zach. Miss Jennifer Ball, I'm following your lead on this. I got to go back and watch his, actually, as a matter of fact. How does it act in the world? How does magic act in the world? A lot of people think magic is bullshit, but I tell you what, man, when you live a life like Temperance, man, everything seems like magic. So here we go. Here we go. How does it act in the world? Let it do. Oh, it's right there. That's how it acts in the world. It has so much to do with that reverse cups that I just pulled. It's about you coming in with this unique way of thinking about something that everyone else is freaking out about, and you come in clear-minded, just knowing that that is exactly the way it's supposed to be, man. Because people react to their egos, right? People react to their goddamn egos. Your ego's disappointed because you don't get something that's going to make you comfortable and wealthy and skinny and happy and healthy. But your spirit says, man, whatever that thing is that came in that everyone's saying, man, this is terrible, this sucks. You come in right here. This is how it acts in the world, right? How does it act in the world? You coming in right there just saying, you know what, guys? I kind of like this. There's a movie. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's called Wag the Dog. I think I'm not even going to say who was it. I saw it so long ago. But the message of the movie was this. It was about a director. And this is based on a real life director in Hollywood, who got hired in the fictional scenario of the movie to recreate, it's called the Wag the Dog, to recreate a war, okay? To just sort of distract the people from whatever is going on with the political thing in the world today. And no matter what happened that was like destroying his plans, he just said, oh my God, this is great. And everyone else is saying, what are you saying? This is the worst thing that could possibly happen. He came in like this, man. He was acting with this kind of magic in the world to say, no matter what, man, your ego's disappointed, your ego's devastated. He says, oh, you know what? This is nothing. I lost the lead actor in the last scene whenever it was the final thing, and no matter what happened, he was the magician in that movie. Not that you need to see it, but that's how magic acts in the world, man. Whenever you meet someone and they come in and they're like, you know, everyone else is like, this is terrible, this is awful, and then there's one person just says, no, man, I think we can work with this. I think this could be the best thing that happened. That's how magic acts in the world. How about this third prompt right here? How do we find it? Do-do-do. How do we find it? The Knight of Swords. I almost want to say just being reckless, man. I almost say just trial and error. Just a whole bunch of it really, really quick. The Knight of Swords reversed. That's what it means, man. That's how we find it. We can't be like pussyfooting into a scenario to say, I think maybe that this scenario is not as bad as everyone thinks. I kind of like the guy. I kind of dig the chick that comes into something and is just bold and almost rash in their decisions to just say, you know what? I think we can work with this. I think we can work with this. That is how we find it, man. It's just, I think, a whole bunch of trial and error, man. I could be okay with that. I could be reversed with that reversed court card, no doubt. Card number 4, how do we use it? How do we use magic in the world? I'm speaking fast because it's burning up out here, man. I don't want to burn more candles. Here we go. How do we use the magic in the world? I have an idea where this is going, but we're going to see if it's right here. La-da-doo. Oh, my goodness. How do we use it? We use it whenever everyone is refusing to accept the change. This is the Tower. This is the Tower reversed, which means like shit's happening, it's for your benefit. This is like you're not getting it, that it's your benefit. That's how we actually use it, man. We have to use it whenever we find ourselves in a position of just not being able to accept the change. Whenever we're on our way down to the ground, ready to crash, that is how we use it. And really, guys, when you think about that, that is really the only time where it has the most value. Whenever you just can't find a reason for the shit going down in your life. That's how we use it in times like the Tower reversed. And if you don't do reversals, you'll still get what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the Tower. Okay, last card in this spread. Oh, I love this spread so much. How do we become magicians in our life? How do we become that magicians in our life? To walk into a situation and just say, man, I'm in charge. I'm in control. Man, my spirit is guiding me. My ego may be disappointed. Everyone else is crying and cracking up and losing their own crap. But I got my own self straight like that delicious Ace of Swords. How do we become magicians? Just like this. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. Oh my goodness. I wish I had time to pull out these cards and line them up in a row, man. But how do we become magicians? Well, let's look at it like this first, straight up and down. This is just everything falling into place. This is just trusting that thing that we call destiny that's not really destiny, but just everything that sort of opens when one thing closes, right? There's just sort of the resistance to that. So let's get into this a little bit more depth. This is where it gets really comfortable. How do we become magicians? We become magicians by just doing what these characters are doing. We're going to go to the imagery of this fantastic deck right here. We become magicians by just sort of allowing these trial and errors to just come in, and we can see post fact, after the fact, just like everything that went bad for us, right? We've all done breakups. We've all done, not all of us have done divorces, but we've all gone through things that just like it's the worst thing in the world. We don't know why. Everyone's saying, I'm so sorry that happened. But it's inevitable that in all of those situations, and yes, I am saying even in the passing of a loved one, there's always that opportunity to look forward in time, that you can just sort of stand back from how it is maybe obvious for everybody else. That's how we become magicians, man. This is like being unique unto our own perspective. This is sort of following everyone else's perspective on how sort of things sort of fall into line. I get from this reversed wheel of fortune. This is how we become magicians, is just knowing that our path is our own. And realizing that no matter what the hell is going on out there, guys, it is up to you to figure out your own path. And I just saw a most beautiful unconditional love poem. It wasn't even a poem that Jennifer Ball gave in her video. It was just the most beautiful words, just all about, I respect you, I want to love you, and I'm not going to put any of my judgments on you for your journey. And however you want to figure that out, however many times it seems like you're failing or passing or succeeding or getting set back, I'm going to honor you by honoring that you're going through your own thing. And this is what you're doing. This is how you become a magician, is by honoring that whatever you're going through is exactly what you need to go through. All right? Because at the end of the day, I really think it's just all about us in the most positive, loving aspect of this wonderful, selfish aspect of universal love. How about that? Let's just call it like that, all right? So that is the magician's spread. This is 11 minutes long. I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to come back for this second. I'm going to make this part 1 of part 2 of this wonderful The Tiger's Bookshelf, all right? I'll see you in just a second for another video. Check around here for part 2 of this thing with hashtag magician spread, all right? I'll see you in a second, guys.